The sun shines on a new day in the Isle, and there is life everywhere. As always, food was going to be hard to find, and so my first mutation was slowing down my digestive system. Now I was a baby raptor and I had no idea how to hunt. I was going to have to learn using instincts and a dash of luck. I'm very cautious about approaching this raptor because I don't know if I can trust him. He seems okay sharing, or I'd probably be dead. Now this was a great start. I'd only just spawned and already I had a full stomach, so things were actually looking not too bad. But anyone that knows the Isle knows that that can change very quickly. It is time to do a little bit of growing, I think. Now the area I was in was quite fortunate. It was the time of year where all the turtles came into nest, and so it provided plenty of food for predators not just like me, but for other species too. The issue with turtles is they're not on my diet, so I'm going to go to Sanctuary and maybe we'll find some smaller dinosaurs that we can feed on that give us a little bit more sustenance. Now, other than that raptor I saw, I'd been on my own for a while, and I was about to be reminded that I was very much not on my own in this jungle. I can hear raptors, and I can hear stegos. Probably too big for me. I feel so vulnerable. Oh. I feel very vulnerable. There's a lot going on right now. And it was at that point something was moving in the bushes ahead of me and I had no idea what it was, and it really put me on edge. So after avoiding what could have been a close encounter, I arrived at the sanctuary. Thankfully, we've been gifted with a free meal, which is a little bit suspicious, but we'll take it, as we need it. So as it turned out, I absolutely was eating someone else's dinner, and they'd come back for more. We just gotta wait for this guy to leave, and hopefully he doesn't take any of our food, which is actually his food, and we can carry on. Okay, yeah, that hungry dinosaur, he's gonna eat everything. Fair enough, I would do the same. So it turns out this lovely Cerato didn't eat everything. He has left me with a little bit of food, so we're going to take what we can, and then we're going to head into Sanctuary and see what else we can find. Now, a sanctuary, for those that don't know, is a safe haven for juvenile dinosaurs. It offers food that offer all the nutrients for herbivores, but with herbivores come carnivores. And if any carnivores too large try to enter the haven, they will be met by very angry bees. Okay, so more food almost feels too good to be true. And it's another Cerato. Now, is that the same Cerato as before? So he has a little Cerato with him, so there's at least two. Now I'd spotted a small patchy, but these areas are quite narrow and chasing him is proving pretty difficult. And that's when a little Sarah decided to get involved as well. And yeah, I didn't fancy this fight. I wasn't ready for it, so I decided to run away. Oh, there he is again. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. I don't really want this. Okay, yep, I'm out. Now, I was becoming increasingly concerned about the amount of Ceratos in the area, and I'd soon find out why. And it turns out, this patchy wasn't going anywhere. He was back. He wanted round 2. And I obliged. This guy is so slippery. I'm not even joking. Now, watching this back, I know I probably could have pounced. I'm not using my pounce, I'm just attacking him, but this is all part of learning my skills as I grow. The little guy has sold me. I don't know where he's gone. Now the patchy was gone, but I soon found out that this pond belonged not to the patchy, but to a family of Ceratos. There's another one. I think we're up to about 3 or 4 now. And that's another little guy. I think maybe they have a nest. This family of Ceratos really had made this pond their home. And at the bottom of their pond was their last meal. I think it could be time to move on. I don't think I'm going to get much here. I'll have a little scout. I'll see what I can see. But I don't think I'm going to get much of their food. There's so many of them as well, they kind of control the area now. Now, as a small raptor, I didn't stand much chance against even one of these, let alone 8. They controlled the area, and so it was time for me to find food somewhere else. I was back where I began, and there were just as many turtles as ever, so at least I had a plentiful source of food, and some company. Now I'm going to assume that this Carno was desperate for food because I don't know why he started this fight. His watery fate was sealed. That Carno won't be bugging us again. As we know, it can be all too easy to get a bit too comfortable when there's plenty of food and no immediate threats. But there are plenty of dangers around every corner. If I have access to these turtles, so do every other carnivore on the map. I had to stay hidden and be careful about when I chose my moments. Now that I was starting to get a foothold in the world, it was time to go for a little bit more of a combative mutation, something that would give me a little bit of an edge in a fight. So I've decided to do a little bit more damage to animals with low health. Oh no, once again my food's gonna get taken. Potentially. Although he looks like he's chasing a different dinosaur. Either way, like I said, you have to pick your moments. This beach is for everyone, not just me. And things can get hairy very quickly. With the Carno controlling the beach, I decided to take the opportunity to go and get a drink from the pond nearby. Now that Carno was gone, but that wouldn't be the last time we saw him. An opportunity to ambush. A real raptor's day. Now this little guy was determined to get away even after I killed him. There is no rest for the dead. He really wants to get away. Now remember that Carno from about 30 seconds ago? Yeah, we're already about to meet him. This was my first proper hunt as a raptor. 2 of us, 1 Carno, the chase was on. I did not mean to jump off there. It turned out this guy had given everything he had to give, and at this point he was just out of energy, and accepted his fate. Now, it turns out I got a little bit carried away, and kind of overate, so I threw up, and all of that was kind of for nothing. You see, the Isle is full of different species. I see the Carnos as the bad guys. They see me as the bad guy. But they're just another family trying to survive. Provide food for their own. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these guys to it. I do not want anything to do with them. Now as the day rolled on, I decided to go back to water access and see if I could get a drink and potentially even head back over to where I saw that family of Ceratos earlier and just see if that area was any safer. Now on my way back through, I'd come across a very large pack of raptors. Now I just want a little bit of food. I'm hoping I can get in, ask for a bit of food, and get out. Now these guys actually seem really chill. They let me eat, and I decided to stay around in the area. I didn't want to stay in the pack or get invited to the pack because it seemed like the pack was getting a bit too large. I don't want to overpack. I am definitely going to just stay in the area because these guys are fighting a croc now. That crocodile, that gator is getting ridden like a seesaw. So I decided to grab a little bit of food and head back on my way on my journey to the Serra family. Potentially, if they're still there. It doesn't matter how much I play this game. The beauty of this map never fails to amaze me. Bad jump, very bad jump. Whoopsie, and now I'm hurt again. I've spent 90% of my life just hurt. See, I've been holding on to this food for so long, it's gone mouldy. And now I'm back at square one again. I'm hurt and hungry. So I made the painful decision to just give up my search for this family and go back to the turtle beach, get myself some turtles, fill up, and then try again. I think we're going separate ways, mister, but, you know, feel free to follow. Well, there's a couple of pesky herrers following me, but I think if I just run, they won't really do much. They need to be able to leap on me. Yum, yum, yum. That will fill the belly. I mean, so far, life as a raptor has been both scavenging and hunting. It's a bit of a mix. I've sort of scavenged turtles. You could say I've hunted turtles. I've hunted some animals too. After sorting myself out, both healing and my hunger, I decided to head back on the journey we initially set out on and see if I could find those serratos, or hopefully not find them and claim that area for myself. Now I was getting older, I was getting more familiar with my hunting techniques, and so it was time to really put them to the test. The bodies of the people I were killing were just drawing in more people. I was starting to get used to this. My hunting from the bushes is improving. I'm really starting to feel like a raptor now. This is feeling good. The ambush. The ambush is where it's at. I was starting to get jungle wise, and the food I was leaving out was bringing in more prey. It does appear though by the number of Ceratos that family's still around, and I've actually killed maybe 2 of their young now, so I don't think they're going to stand for that. I was on the hunt again when I noticed a couple of other little raptors. It was time for me to pass on my newly found skills to these little guys. Now unfortunately, I don't think I overate, but I did pick up some food underneath the carcass that was mouldy, and so again I found myself sick and an empty stomach. With a bit more food in my stomach, it was time to go and get a drink at water access. Little did I know, this was the beginning of the end. Now I noticed that one of my little friends was getting chased by a Cerato, but I didn't realise he wanted us to follow him. Oh, it's actually chaos. Oh no. So just as I was about to pounce on the Cerato, one of the raptors got in my way and I accidentally pounced him. And so that didn't go so well. I am barely hanging on to life. I have to lose him fast or I'm gonna die. Eventually, it doesn't matter how many skills you've tuned. One day, your day is gonna be up. There will always be factors outside of your control. And unfortunately today, this was one of them. As if he's here. No, wrong place, wrong time. No way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the end of the life as an Omniraptor. From our first time in the jungle to our first hunt, the threats along the way to being the threat, we honed our hunting and lived the way of an ambush predator. How many other raptors would make it? I guess we'll never know. But for us, our time is now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more tales.